For the past several weeks, I have been working late nights in the office in order to finish work early so I can have breakfast with the kids and do the school runs tonight. The boss let me finish halfway through my shift due to the amount of work I have put in on a project that is now completed on the drive home. I was looking forward to his time with the little ones in bed. Well, I walked into my wife having sex with some bloke on the sofa. Deer and headlike moment. I grabbed my keys and now I am in the office wondering what the hell I am going to do. Now, my phone is blowing up with calls and texts from my wife telling me to come back so she can explain. I just can't. I am so pissed off right now. Never thought she would cheat on me. We have been happily married for over a decade. Sure, we have had our arguments over the years. But what married couple hasn't? I've given her everything she asked for along with 3 beautiful kids. Advice is needed, please. I am at a loss for what to do. Update. Although it's only been 9 days since I posted about catching my wife having sex with her affair partner on the sofa. I know a lot of you have asked to be kept updated before I update you. I would like to thank you all for your advice and support. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to respond to your comments due to the shit show that is currently happening now. Well, as you can imagine, the shit has now hit the fan. I have no idea where to start. Well, I am currently off work and will be until I am ready to go back. A few of you asked why I didn't smash the guy's face in, and it's mainly because if I got arrested, then social services would have gotten involved in the event of a divorce that would be used against me. I took your advice to get all bank accounts in order and removed my wife from the kids' trust funds and my own account straight away in case she tried to empty them. She has her own account for the money she earns from work, while she did indeed try and empty all of them 2 days after my visit, after why I have already paid the bills for the house and cars. Days before this crack show happened, I have been to the doctor to be checked for STIs literally days after I posted and have been given the all clear. This was followed by a long meeting with a team of divorced lawyers to find out what is to happen next. Being a computer technician, I have remote access to my home computer and a secondary laptop that the kids use for schoolwork. And I found that my dear wife had left herself locked into Facebook, and I stumbled across messages upon messages to her affair partner, photos, sexting, paid bills for hotels and meetup arrangements, etc. Turns out this affair had been going on for 7 years now. Her affair partner is her best friend's little brother, and she has been having sex with him since he was 19. All this has been given to the lawyers as there's no going back. Now, I have to wait for a few months to start the process as there is currently a bad luck due to the pandemic. Also, all of my trust in her has been completely destroyed and no amount of couples counseling will save this marriage. I returned home 4 days ago, packed her bags and kicked her cheating ass out. The kids are with me, and after a difficult conversation with all 3 of them, they are now fully aware that Mummy is not coming back, but they can all still see her while I am angry with her. I won't be that parent that holds the kids to ransom. My in-laws and family are fully aware of what their daughter/sister has done, and her relationship with her family is now strained. Her bestie slated me on Facebook about walking out on her and the kids. But my Bill posted the link to Reddit on Facebook. So now everyone knows, and the post was taken down. As for my wife, I haven't spoken one word to her since that night, and all communication will be through the lawyers. Now I have text messages from her basically saying that she is going to ruin me in court by saying shit like I was controlling, abusive, etc. The lawyers have all copies. I have deleted Facebook due to her small circle of friends sending vile messages for ruining her life. I am currently awaiting on results of the paternity test to see if the kids are mine. The affair partner demanded to be tested in case the younger 2 are his. But for now they're with me as my wife is living with the affair partner. I took 2 tests. The first was tossed due to a contamination issue. I received the results 2 weeks ago, and well, I have gone from having 3 kids to 1 biological child. The eldest in those 2 weeks, my ex's affair partner's parents managed to get emergency custody of the younger two due to the fact I am not a blood relative. I tried so hard to fight for them in court. I'm trying to be strong for my son, but the rug has been fully pulled from under our feet. I have put the house on the market to sell, and I'm currently renting a small 2-bedroom apartment because I can't live there anymore. Everything reminds me of the kids. Both my son and I are currently in therapy together. He is working through trust issues with his mother, and not seeing his siblings every day has taken its toll. I don't think they can do anything about it. You are legally their father. If you signed the birth certificate, I would request the lawyer to argue abandonment. The AP was aware of the possibility that he might be the father. However, they showed no attempt to pursue this relationship or come forth to acknowledge them. They certainly were able to conduct a paternity test without your knowledge or after the birth. Then I would argue, since the original biological parent neglected this relationship and no relationship has been established in the first place. Then claiming custody or visitation rights by the grandparents will only cause emotional damage to the children. These individuals are not part of their lives, and you as the legal parent have no intention of including their father in their lives, since they clearly demonstrated that they have no intention of claiming the children by their actions. I wish you the best with your situation. Now, let's get into today's second story. Yesterday, I just found out that my wife has slept with another man on multiple occasions. She has been seeing him for several months, if not most of this year. Toward the end of last year, we had been having a bit of a rough time, and she claimed that she had emotionally checked out. It was at this time that she began talking to this man. She stated that they had met up once and just talked. She said that it was at this time that she decided that she was making a mistake and chose to break things off. She had actually confessed to this in March, and we both began seeing therapists to try and work things out. In my opinion, and per her own statement, things were going well. And we had been spending a lot of time together in the last few months with barely any arguments. She stopped seeing her therapist, and so did I. After we spent a week-long vacation together, that went great. Yesterday, I found out that this was not quite the truth. She admitted that she had still been seeing him and that they met up again in the early part of the year at a hotel and had sex. She stated that this was not the only time, and it had happened at least 2 other instances while they had spent time together. She spent time with him on multiple occasions while claiming to me to be spending time with her female friend. She claimed she did not sleep with him during every meeting. Here is where things get messier. She claimed she had been trying to break things off for a long time, but he was holding the original event over her with the unspoken threat of telling me everything. She stated that once we began working things out, and after she originally confessed half-truth confession, as she said, they never did anything physical originally, was when she tried to break things off. She claimed to have been scared to tell me the full truth because she didn't want to lose me and is still in love with me. She said she thought he was crazy and might show up in her house if she refused to see him. She almost recently saw him a week ago, and she denied sleeping with him. She stated she did not want to go see him and that she cried, begging him not to make her all. This is extra confusing on top of everything else. I forgave her after the original confession because she said nothing physical happened and she had cut off all communication with him months ago. That was a lie. She had recently been giving me treats and gifts, as well as framing recent pictures of us around the house. This made me think things were going well. We share a home and several cats together, and I love them like my own children. I have loved her unlike anything else in this world and would have done anything for her. I hate the idea of losing any of the life we had together. But can I ever trust her? Can this ever be fixed? Should I even try? I've talked to her some more today, and she claims she wants nothing to do with the other man and wants to be with me. I just don't know. Edit for clarification. The AP was married. His BS caught him and informed me after confronting my Ds. She confessed there was no proof of APA, but she admitted to it. Then I've finally been able to eat again, and I have spoken to a good friend who has my back for support. I'm sorry that you find yourself in this situation. Realizing the level of confusion and hurt you're dealing with. Are you able to create some space from your biggie view? So you can figure out what's the best way forward for you at this time. If you can implement the 180 gray rock methods, insist that she get back into IC and figure out why she could give herself permission to step out of your marriage, while you also get some IC for infidelity trauma for yourself to learn how to deal with all of this going forward. Don't do MC until weighs down. This is her shit sandwich, not yours. So that can wait if you can sleep in separate rooms or move out for a while. So you can get your head straight. Don't be afraid to go speak to a lawyer now. So you can figure out what divorce looks like and start the process. You made a mistake the first time by forgiving her, and yet she still continued to lie to you without little to no consequences. Mean you both swept the whole event and never worked through the actual issues or her whys. So essentially you gave her a pass, and now moving forward, whether this AP is good or bad, or she's bored or really scared of him. If you let her move, there will be another AP down the road. So you really do need to look out for yourself and work towards being a better version of you in case things don't work out. I wish you the best of luck with your situation. Thank you for taking the time to listen to today's stories. If you enjoyed listening, please feel free to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also comment below with your thoughts on today's stories. If there is a story you would like to share about your own situation or someone else's, please do not hesitate to contact me.